Thank you to all my channel members, including my fan appreciation level members and my contributor level members, for helping support the YouTube channel. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I have my book review of the book Star Wars Medstar II, Jedi Healer. This is the second book in the Medstar duology. I read the first book about a month ago, and I didn't really care for it. I gave it a 4 out of 10. It had some cool moments, but I didn't really care for this book. And so I was kind of apprehensive about going into book 2. The reason I read it is, one, I'm trying to 100% the EU right now. I'm trying to blitz to the end. But at the same time, I also wanted to see if the book got better, if the series got better as a result. And it's just a duology, so it wasn't that big of a commitment. And I read this book, and I'm happy to say this is a much better book. It's still not in the upper echelons of Star Wars books, nowhere close. But it's still an entertaining read, I would say. So this book, this Star Wars Medstar Jedi Healer, is, I think the characters work much better than in book 1. I think that the themes work really great in this book. I think the ideas presented about kind of how healers work, I thought all that was really fascinating. The one thing that this book still misses is on the plot. I think the plot, which has like the whole spy thing with the whole sabotage, with trying to steal the health stuff, all of that just did not work for me. I was like super bored by it, and I didn't think it really was that effective. Ironically, the non-plot related stuff, like with the main character and his love interest Hulk, I thought all that was great. I thought that the themes about how dark it gets for healers and all the death that they're surrounded with, and one of the characters ends up having some kind of suicidal type thoughts, and I thought that that was excellently handled. I thought it was beautifully written, all of that stuff. I also thought that Barriss Offee, her stuff with the Force in this book, I thought was pretty good. And I really liked the I-5 stuff. I-5 is a character that has really grown on me, and he has some stuff with another character in this book that I thought was great. And he sets up stuff for the Coruscant Nights trilogy, which I plan to read in a few months. And if that goes well, I mean, I'm super excited to read that, because I loved Shadowhunter, which is also by Michael Reeves. This one's by Michael Reeves and Steve Perry, but that one's by Michael Reeves, and the trilogy is also written by Michael Reeves. So we'll see what he does with those characters. But I loved what happened with I-5 in this book. You also have two Celestins who are kind of having to deal with what their future is going to be, and I thought that that was also beautifully written. And so there was so much that's good about this book. But then also there's just some stinkers, like with the plot and the story, which is ironic because usually you want your plot story to be strong. But something that one of my favorite authors, Brandon Sanderson, often says is your plot and your story don't have to be that great if everything else is stellar. As long as your characters are working, your plot cannot be, doesn't have to be as amazing. And that's the case here, is the plot's not that amazing, but I think the character work and the themes and stuff really is. And it's very an approachable writing style. It's very short chapters. They're like, 7 pages a piece, and so you can flip through this pretty quickly. It's a 300-page book in mass market with kind of large font. This whole duology was just very simple to read. Now, I think the first book is just weak overall, whereas the second book, it's only weak with the plot. So I really enjoyed this book. I'm really excited to read more from Michael Reeves, and I do know they have he and Steve Perry have one other collaboration, Death Star, that I'll read eventually, but there's a lot more Michael Reeves books and also a few Mary Catherine Bonhoff books that he co-wrote. But I'm very excited to continue on with him, and I 100%ed this duology. So if you've read Star Wars Medstar II, Jedi Healer, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.